well, this SDGs is in a way a startup because you're supposed to create develop new ideas. But now I would like to introduce two representatives of two startups who have been working at Hyakubanchi.
My name is Kaz from Roland Road. I have a question. What if there is a way to stay focused? There is a way to become healthier and become richer. And what if that is easier than the morning jog? The answer is simple, just drinking tea. 69% of people who drink tea in the US answer that they can stay focused, and 32% of the tea drinkers answer that they become healthier. And surprisingly, in the US, tea drinkers are much richer than the non-tea drinkers. And tea exports from Japan is increasing with the annual growth rate of 24%. However, making a good tea is not really simple. It's very difficult. So the different types of tea have different brewing conditions. So you have to memorize this data, and you have to use a thermometer and timer to make these brewing conditions. So we want to make it simple, and we want people to enjoy tea without any extra tools. So here is what we developed. We developed teplo, which is an IoT teapot. Teplo is connected to your smartphone and brew a perfect cup of tea each and every time. Let me show you how it works. So simply, you put the tea leaves into the bowl infuser, set the infuser and room temperature water, and select the types of tea. It could be Yoko, it could be Sencha or black tea or whatever. Then teplo automatically makes the best brewing condition for that specific types of tea. And it rotates the infuser to start brewing like this. And then after the brewing is done, it rotates the infuser again to stop brewing. And not only that, it's not pushing the button, it is measuring your heart rate and finger temperature. It also measures the room temperature, humidity rate, noise level, and the brightness level of the environment. And then we change the brewing condition based on this information. For example, if you are a little bit stressed out, we brew tea in a lower temperature so that we can reduce the bitterness and you can be relaxed with that specific tea. So this project started in Boston in 2016. And as you see, Boston is a very beautiful city in summer, but in the winter, it'll be like this. It's very, very cold. So I was living there to study MBA. In the winter, it was very freezing, and I started drinking tea. I realized that after I started drinking tea, I realized the benefit of tea. I could stay focused, I could stay healthier, and I found that tea is better for me than drinking coffee every hour. But after I realized that benefit, I wanted to learn about the tea. And the more I learn about the tea, the more I realize the difficulties of the tea making. So I want to discuss with you what is the possibilities of this data for the future business. And also, we are welcome to have the idea to improve our product.
We focus on the pot, but how about the actual teacups? Because when you drink the tea, you try to make the hotness, and also depending on what texture they use, I think the tastes and all the things get different. So.
Right. We actually developed this teacup as well, and then what we design is there is a thick wall and thin wall in our same cup, right?
Yeah.
Both sides has different thickness. So if people want to enjoy the warmer, the hot tea, they want to use the thicker side. So if they want to enjoy the cold tea, the thinner side might be better. So they can personalize the drinking experience as well with one tap. That is what we are trying to do.
Are you targeting at the US market? What about UK and Europe?
We are targeting the US market because they don't have the tea culture. That is very important thing. If we show this new technology, new product to them, they say like, oh cool, let's get started, let's use it, let's try it. So that's for us very easier. It's easier for us to start in the US.
So let me now introduce the second startup from Kyakubanchi for today, and that is Ayumi Maruyama, and she'll be talking about something related to health.
My project is designed for diabetes self-care and prevention. Let me introduce myself briefly at first. I have studied medical biology in university and worked at a healthcare company for 3 years. And then I switched at university to study graphic design and finally graduate on this March. As you know, diabetes is one of major disease. There are 20 million patients in Japan and also 4 billion in the world. And actually, I have been diabetes for 10 years. I have since I was 20. So that's why I started this project. And I believe that if these patients, including me, turn into leaders of healthcare by my product, so that the world can be dramatically changed. And by the way, what makes us diabetes? Our blood sugar level as glucose is automatically controlled in 70 to 140 milligram per deciliter, and by our metabolic system. But our metabolic capacity of sugar is different from each other. If you take much sugar over your capacity, your glucose levels goes high. And then, what we should pay attention? The answer is invisible sugar. For example, one bowl of rice contains 6 grams of sugar. It's 3 times of cup of ice cream. This sugar makes your glucose level rapidly high and compared to fresh vegetables. Then, who can be a leader of healthcare? My answer is a lady who will become mother. In Japan, 1 in 8 pregnant women has high blood glucose. They have to check blood glucose after every meal for baby, and they know healthy eating habits very well. I took interviews from mothers who had diabetes during pregnancy. They say that they couldn't use this device in front of someone and went to toilet every time because of taking blood by needle. This is the newest device, allows us to monitor glucose 24 hours. But mother says, of course I know it's important to know my condition for my baby, but if I have meals, my blood glucose levels goes definitely high, so keep watching it makes me so nervous. And therefore I aim for development this kit. Check glucose levels from saliva. The concept is free from a shape of medical device. It's paper-based and there is a pocket on back side of the kit. Put in saliva like this image. Glucose level in blood and saliva is same amount after meals in 20 minutes to 2 hours. And the color is changed by glucose level. You can know approximate level by these colors. And not only patient, but also everyone can use it. The patients can let others know how to use it, and also what it is like diabetes, including healthy eating habits. In this way, I'd like to make communication between patient and others by my product. And today I'm going to talk to you is how to make opportunities to let people know diabetes care and prevention. I'm looking forward to talking to you later. Thank you.
So I guess the topic of diabetes, even though you hear about it, it's a little bit distant. So that's the question that you're trying to address.
Yes.
How do you make sure that people are a little bit aware
Yes.
of that? And I think sugar has become such a big enemy in the US right now. And I think in the same way as, smoking and all the rest of it, I think sugar and trans fat has been a big enemy. And but here in Japan, I don't think the sugar has been designated as an enemy yet. So, but it's surprising that the bowl of rice has so much sugar in it.
How do you plan to sell this product through hospital or from pharmacy, or you can that I can purchase in 7-Eleven probably? What's your idea?
So thank you for great question. So my early adopter target is pregnant lady, and the pregnant lady who turns to diabetes, they search Google so frequently and search like what it is diabetes or how program to my baby, etc. So I'd like to collaborate with Mother Web Magazine and also it has commerce on website.
After you have marketized the pregnancy people, I think diabetes is there's more people in men rather than women. And the product itself looks very sweet and girls love it. But how are you going to change those kind of product or image in the second stage, or what kind of?
Thank you for good question. And so I think women and mom can be a leader of healthcare in a family. And of course, my product is very lovely design, but I would change the design, adjust men, like more stylish one, maybe. Yes. So not only for the ladies, but also after a few years, my target is all of the person.
I understand. Are you essentially targeting Japan?
Though at first in Japan, but no border of disease. So.
Because I think Middle East, because they don't drink alcohol, they drink a lot of sweet juice. And diabetes is very, very common, as I understand it. So probably, they may try something new.
Yes. And also India, and they have curry rice, contains rice and also flowers and potatoes, so triple sugar of carbonate.
Okay.
Autonomic zone can be divided into two parts. One is sympathetic zone.
And after that, she would like us to focus to the idea for how to educate for the elementary school children, because she will have a lecture about this her kid in elementary school. Therefore, my idea is to recommend the children not only to check themselves but also recommend to check their parents by giving her kids.
We're targeting the active seniors because they care about health conditions more than normal people. But they are active, so like a daily life, they care about that. So, and then during the day, active seniors go to fitness club or a yoga class during the day, right? So we think about teplo can be located in the fitness club, and then before they're doing some exercise fitness, they check their health condition by teplo, and then they can choose their exercise program too.
Especially the male colleagues don't drink tea by themselves. They drink teas recommended by female colleagues or their wives, their families. So we kind of sort of, maybe there should be some, not Nescafe ambassador, they're teplo ambassador to in our office. If we have this machine at our office,
could you make and develop handy type, cordless type? Yeah, and we can bring it outside to the park and the mountain, and that is a big occasion. Yes, that business will be more big.
Go, go,